How many times in your life were you with friends, just hanging out, nothing much to do, and you see a deck of cards in the corner of your eye, and immediately you think to yourself, oh man, if only I knew a card trick that I could do that requires no effort, fools just about anyone, and immediately impresses everyone. Well, I got you. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. If it's your first time on this channel, my name is Vineet, and I go by CardMechanic here on YouTube. If the card trick I just described is what you want to learn, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Now let's do it. Boom! Check it out. You guys are always asking me what playing cards I'm using. These are the binary playing cards. Start off taking the cards right out of the tuck case, and the spectator is allowed to shuffle up the deck as much as they would like. All right? Boom. Spectators don't always do the best shuffles, so obviously that's why my shuffle wasn't the best. You know how it is. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slide this deck forward like this and allow the spectator to take out a chunk of playing cards from anywhere they like. Of course, since I don't have a spectator here, I'm just gonna take out this many playing cards. All right, the spectator takes those many playing cards out. I'm gonna take a look at the card the spectator stopped at, take a look and memorize that card. Hopefully you got them memorized by now. Take it, leave it back with the rest of the deck, and now I immediately hand this deck over to the spectator and they can shuffle it up. So there's no possible way for me to know what that card is, or even if I didn't know what that card is, I have no idea where that card is in this deck. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take out 4 cards, all right? So we'll take out 1, we'll take out 2, we'll take out 3, and we'll take out card number 4. All right, so we have these 4 playing cards. Obviously you don't know what these 4 playing cards are, but I know what these 4 playing cards are. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you each one of these playing cards, one card at a time. Take a look, and I'm just gonna show you. If it's your card, you don't have to say anything. If it's not your card, you don't have to say anything. Again, take a look at that card. Okay, we'll take that card, leave it right, there we go, right over here. I wanted to make sure you can see it on camera. We'll take the next card, leave it on top. Take a look at the next card. All right, again, do not say anything. Regardless of what you want, don't say anything. We'll take it, leave it right over here, and again, put that on top. Take a look at the next card. All right, cool. Again, we'll take it, leave it here. I'd take this, put it on top, but I can't do that. So we're left with just 1 card. Okay, now were any of these your card? No. Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna try. I want you to pick 1 card. This one, okay. I'll move it right on this side. I want you to pick 1 more. This one, okay. So we picked 2 playing cards. I'm gonna get rid of the other 2. There we go, throw them on the side. Now we're left with 2 playing cards. I want you to just pick 1 of these playing cards. This one. All right, move that forward and we'll get rid of this last playing card. Now for the first time, can you name what playing card you selected? It was a 2 of hearts, and you said it wasn't here? Well, check this out. You didn't see it before, but now you see it. What up, and welcome to the tutorial. We're gonna start off by giving you a little bit of background about this trick. It is known as Now You See It, and I originally saw this in the Royal Road to Card Magic by Paul Wilson, and I believe it's a really incredible effect. And one more thing to note, it's called Now You See It, and that's how I ended my card trick performance. And pretty hilarious, right? I'm sorry. So getting right into it, breaking it down, we're gonna start off by having the deck of playing cards shuffled by a spectator. Once that deck has been shuffled, you want to take a note of the bottom card. Of course, this is just the way that it was originally performed. If you have any other techniques of looking or having a spectator select a card and then figuring out what that card is, that works even better. But I think this is a really nice method, so I really didn't want to do too much with it. So let's say spectator shuffled up the deck. You look at the bottom card, it is the Ace of Hearts. All right. So now you have that memorized. Of course, you take a subtle look at it, make sure the spectators don't see you. So you quickly take a look, it is the Ace of Hearts. And now you tell the spectator that you're gonna have them pick out a card at random. And the way this is gonna work is you're gonna slide out a chunk of playing cards, have them take out a small chunk, and whatever card they land on is the card they select. So that's what you describe to the spectator if you'd like. And then what's gonna happen actually is you're gonna peel off this bottom card here using your pinky or some part of your hand. Peel that off. Slide the rest of this deck forward. Now you can see This playing card right here is sticking out in the back, but no one's going to see that because your hand will be covering it up. And then you're going to spread out the cards in the front, something like this. All right, just spread all those out, looking something like that. And here you have two options. To make this trick more interactive, to make it more impactful, I would say go with the option of having the spectator pull out a chunk of playing cards. But if you don't want to use that approach because you may feel like, you know, you're feeling a bit uncomfortable with the spectator too close to you or something like that, you can also move your hand down like this. When they call out stop, you can pull out those many playing cards. So just say the spectator pulls out this many playing cards and throws them down on the table. Now, obviously here from the exposed view, you can see the bottom card is still there. You square everything up and you tell the spectator, this is your selected card. And here, of course, it is the ace of hearts. And then you could toss that back down on top of the deck and immediately have the spectator shuffle it up. So while they're shuffling, you can kind of reiterate, the deck was shuffled by the spectator. Once the deck was shuffled, the spectator was allowed to pick out the card practically by themselves. And then the deck was shuffled again and the card was lost. There was no possible way for you to know what the card is, and there was no possible way for you to even know the card's location. Once that's done, they're satisfied with shuffling the deck. You're going to take the deck and pick out 4 cards. And here's what I'd recommend. First card you pick out, I would say you want that somewhere mid-range. So between 5 and 8. So let's just say we pick out the 6 of spades and we put that face down. The 4 cards that you're picking out, make sure the spectator does not see them. So that's 1 card down. Next card you want to pick out is a face card. All right, so let's pick out a face card. Let's just say the Jack of Hearts. Put that down. The next card you want to pick out is, I want to say, a low range card. So maybe around 2 to 4. Let's just pick out, were these both red? No, one's red. So let's pick out a black 3. Black 3. There we go. We have a black 3. And the last card, make sure this is the last card. The last card you're going to pick out is a spectator selected card, which is also the card you kind of forced on them. The card you know, it is the Ace of Hearts. If we could find it, if they didn't steal it, there it is, the Ace of Hearts. And you put that down as well. And you can pretty much get rid of the rest of the deck because you don't really need it. So you tell the spectator you picked out 4 cards. You think one of these 4 is their card. Of course, you have the option to kind of make a whole performance out of it. You can pretend to feel cards. When you get a feeling, it's the same feeling as a spectator, you can kind of draw it out that way. But again, the performance is completely up to you. I highly encourage you to try out different things because different methods get different reactions. So see what works best for you, and do let me know if you try this out. Let me know down in the comments below what method you used. So we got these 4 cards selected, and now this entire thing will be based off of one simple principle, and that is the bottom glide. And just to give you a quick tutorial, the bottom glide is something like this. I believe the original bottom glide looks like this. You're holding the deck horizontally. You have 3 of your fingers up on top. The deck's held like this. 3 fingers here, thumb on the bottom. And you show 1 card, let's say 6 of spades in our case. And when you're doing the bottom glide, you show 6 of spades, you take it, you pull back, you see 1 card that's exposed, you pull that out and put it on the table, all right? And that's how the bottom glide works. So you're pretty much showing the spectator the bottom card, you're saying you're putting it down on the table, when in fact you're placing the card right above it down on the table. So that's the method, or that's the technique we'll be using for the rest of this trick. So you show the first card, 6 of spades, okay? And what you can do is have somewhat of like a, I guess, interaction with them. Say, I'm going to show you this card, and I'm going to try to read your facial expressions on whether this is your card or not. I don't want you to say anything about it, all right? So there you go, show that card. You can show it either with your wrist up like this or turned around. And by the way, I like to hold it in almost a biddle grip. So I have my 3 fingers up top here, thumb on the bottom, and my index finger curled here versus the normal grip of this. It just seems very weird to hold the deck like this. Who does that? But anyway, I'm holding the deck like this, show them this card, peel off that card itself. So you peel off 6 of spades, put it closer to them. So let's say they're sitting over there. You want to put that card closer to them. Then you take the next card and put it on top. All right. Then you show them the next card. It is the 3 of spades. Again, also not their card. So you say, okay, 3 of spades, try to read their facial expression. They give you absolutely nothing. So again, you're going to take that card, put it here, but this time you're going to be using the bottom glide. And the method that I like to use for the bottom glide is I almost grip on to this packet like this, and hopefully you can see that well. And I slide that out like so. And then I get the exposed card right underneath. So from, I guess, the front view, you kind of already saw that. It really doesn't look like much, right? I'm just moving these fingers. But if you want to cover that motion, you could just do hand gestures trying to explain things. And in the process of explaining, you can get that card just glided out like this, all right? So in the process of explaining, you do the glide, and then you pull out the next card. This next card is actually the spectator selected card, the card before it's the Ace of Hearts. So you pull that out, put that down, second closest to them, take the card from the bottom that you just did a glide for, put that on top, show them the next card. It is the Jack, put that down. And I just like to kind of play around and say, if this was another card, I put it on top, I show it to you, and then I put it down. And this is a low number card. And I kind of talked about, you know, taking certain types of cards. And the reason I took a low number card is because people generally don't pay attention to what suit or what value it is. And they definitely rarely ever pay attention to both, so you can quickly just flash, you know, the last card and put it down. One thing I probably should have mentioned that you don't want to do is name every single card. You just want to show it to them, put it down, show it to them, put it down. Right, so there it is. And now this is kind of where you play into a psychological game along with the Magician's Choice. So most likely, having the cards like this, the spectator won't pick something that's completely close to them. They also probably won't pick something that's furthest from them because of reverse psychology type thinking. All right, so chances are they're going to pick either the card closest to them, which is a higher likelihood, or they're going to pick the card just a little bit further away from them. But regardless of what they pick, you ask the spectator to select one card. Now, in my performance, I had them select this card, but chances are they're going to pick this card right here. They can pull it out and you can do the reveal saying there's your selected card, which again is fantastic because they pretty much had the power to pick whatever they wanted, and bam, there it was. Now, in the case that they select this card, I push this card forward, and then I ask them to select one more card. If they select this card, great, I push that forward and get rid of these two. If they select another card, I push that forward as well. Let's say they selected this card, I push that forward, and then I say I'm going to get rid of these two playing cards. And now we have two left. Whichever one they pick, you do the exact same thing. If they pick this one, push it forward, get rid of it. If they pick this one, push it forward and ask them to take a look at the playing card. They take a look at it and bam, there is their selected card, the Ace of Hearts. There you have it, and now you see it. I truly hope you enjoyed this trick. I know this is one that really gets those great reactions you're looking for. But now hold on, I have a secret for you. If you want to see a similar card trick that gets even better reactions, check out this video right there, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today. It's always a blast to have you here. Hope you have a great week ahead, and I'll see you really soon.